Peterson, what a huge week. I was going to try to keep it to 4 minutes, but the swirling Trump black hole ate that intention like a hippo with a cabbage addiction. Before we get into the nastiness I'm sure you're all tired of by now, here's a picture of a baby sloth. Great, right? Now for the bungee jump into the abyss. This week, the great orange me show-in-chief set in motion several horses of the apocalypse. We the people, through his stalwart leadership, have lied to the public about an imaginary crowd. Dead horse there. If you want to argue with eyewitnesses, be my guest. We have shit to do. We continued to not give a shit about the health care of American citizens, in that after meeting with pharma lobbyists, Trump dropped his promise to negotiate drug prices. Rex Tillerson was approved to continue to spread the gospel of oil to every living creature. We attempted to silence the EPA, which is huge. Maybe next week I'll get on that soapbox. It's worth mentioning that hundreds of thousands of federal workers are leading a revolt against the current administration on rogue Twitter accounts to keep the American public informed. I'm with you, Smokey. Fuck this bullshit. Also of note, the CIA admitted that we are considering seeding clouds with aerosols in an attempt to avert global warming, which, in turn, kind of indicates that we've done enough testing to price it out at $10 billion a year. Look it up. That shit happened. They only told us that because they're pissed at Trump. Hell, we might find out who killed JFK and why aliens only want rednecks and cows if we can keep this family feud going. Well, before they turn on the mind control towers. Just kidding. But otherwise, this has been Christmas all year for conspiracy theorists. Am I right? I still recommend drawing the line at lizard people. For now. We'll see. The president kept a campaign promise, much to the chagrin of 73% of our country who didn't want him doing anything as president, in instituting a Muslim ban, and yes, it is a Muslim ban with an executive order. However, we didn't ban countries that Trump has interests in or are oil-friendly. For example, even though most terror sponsored against us originates in Saudi Arabia, they're still good as gold in Trump land, as they were under both Obama and Bush. As expected, there was protesting, and interestingly, Washington State's Attorney General has decided to sue Trump for overreach with these executive orders. Although this is encouraging, it is kind of like telling the guy who won Monopoly that he isn't allowed to flip the table and scream in his new slaves' faces. If you can't do that, then what the fuck is the point? Moving on, Trump moved Bannon into position as a national security principal and told the experts trained to do this job they could come to meetings when invited. People who were alarmed by a party henchman slinking into that role were greeted with gales of dumb laughter and decided to hold out hope for President Not Sure in 2020. However, there are bills and petitions being put in place to stop this fiasco. We'll have to see how effective they are in our new Republican wonderland. We shall see. Bannon stated that the media is now the opposition party, which isn't entirely incorrect. The fact that Trump has moved his own Goebbels into power makes me wonder if we're going to see a party army soon, though, with their army of black uniforms. I shit you not, Kellyanne said, "It's really time for Trump to put in his own security and intelligence community." Kelly Conway doesn't actually have a Southern accent. All Republicans are Southerners in my head for some reason. Sorry. You guys can say that it's a paper tiger all you want, but Auschwitz survivors are fucking horrified. It's like watching Kanye slowly become Debo. We all laugh when he gets a little swole and one eye just kind of wanders off. Sure, it's all fun and games until we're looking up at the sky with Chris Tucker giggling in our faces. Go ahead and do the line. You got knocked the fuck out. Right? But that's us on the ground in this analogy. You're way too happy about that. There's a lot more, but we're going to skip to the end because we still ain't getting paid yet. The biggest disaster / news of the week is that we're getting a brown people wall. And if you're watching this, you know that we're paying for it too. So, brown people wall. Stupid, right? Ain't no white people being stopped from coming into New China by that wall. We just need to quit paying illegals and start treating drugs like illness and sadness, and our wall is built for free. The guy with the construction company will be sad, but fuck that guy. We're not here to use your hard-earned money to pay for a wall we don't need and only makes us look like assholes. If we quadrupled Border Patrol technology and personnel over the next 100 fucking years, it would be more effective and less offensive. In the interest of fairness, I'll be painfully honest. I personally don't see a fence as a symbol of hate. It's just a visible marking of property lines that you can climb if a cartel is trying to murder you and your children. But otherwise, it's a pretty good deterrent, as many border town business owners can attest. We already have them where we need them, and they don't make us look like assholes as much as a no darkies symbol that some engineers estimate will cost more than 10 Hoover dams. So in summary, quit paying illegals to pick your veggies while screaming for higher prices at the pump to pay for a fucking wall. Start treating drugs like illness with access to healthcare, and we have a better shot at being drug-free, which ends our need for both cartels and a war on drugs. And keep your fences if it makes you feel safer at night, even though you actually will be safer with more border patrol jobs and technology in play. Problem fucking solved. No stupid brown people wall. We, the 73% of the already great America, need to quit using our voices against each other over small things and unite for the truly greater good. We can do this. We are building the track our train is on. Let's point this towards true greatness, one nation under integrity, with liberty and justice for all. Hashtag make integrity great again. Have a great week. I'm out! If you enjoyed this programming, please purchase any of this shit here. If you're super angry, check out Hours of Decay. And if you're fucking tired of being angry, please check out Loyal Revival. It's pretty awesome. That said, those fine musicians aren't responsible for any of the bullshit we've said here. And if you like us attempting to tell you the truth without anyone's permission, please continue to support us. And keep your eyes peeled for The Roaches Show, coming soon to a sad 3 a.m. in the morning masturbating in front of your computer session near you.